Let's queer up gay culture. Miss Italy required contestants be born female, so over 100 trans men signed up. After representatives for the Miss Italy pageant said transgender women could not participate in the competition, transgender men registered for the pageant en masse to protest. Pageant official Patrizia Mirigliani, told Italian station Radio Cusano she thought inclusivity for transgender women in pageants was a bit absurd and said she would not jump on the glittery bandwagon of trans activism. Her comments came after a transgender woman, Rikkie Valerie Kollé, won the Miss Netherlands contest for the first time. Her comments caused a stir in the transgender community, especially because, as NBC News reported, the Miss Italy contestant feeds into the larger Miss Universe pageant, which is owned by a trans businesswoman. In response to Mirigliani's statements, trans activist Federico Barbarossa decided to sign up for Miss Italy himself, since he technically fits the criteria to enter, and encouraged dozens of other trans men to do the same. Since the process of finalizing a name and gender change in Italy is difficult, many transgender men qualify for the pageant despite their identification. They have Italian nationality or citizenship, are over 18, were assigned female at birth, and are still registered as female on various identity documents. This is the best story I have heard. It's like the biggest slap in the face. I know it's petty, but it's my favorite, like, of all time. It's retaliatory, but in a very, very cheeky way, and I live for it. Yes, yes, please, please. I want more of this.
Me too. And also that phrase, jump on a glittery bandwagon. I want to make a shirt that says jump on a glittery bandwagon. But like, I agreed. I find this to be such an uplifting story because it's resistance. It's queer resistance. And like everything about this is super queer. Like that is like, because it operates on the same kind of ridiculousness that they're operating on, right? That is, it's like, I'm going to match your ridiculous with my ridiculous because your ridiculous is so ridiculous. Whatever. I feel like I'm going off on some tangent. But it operates under the same, like, showing them just how silly, right, this kind of nonsense is, right? Like, and that's to me like the best kind of politics. Often, this campiness of, and there's something campy about this that I appreciate and I love, and I'm here for it.
This is so sickening. I want Federico and all the trans dudes to get up on that stage in sweatpants covered in mustard stains. Be like the broiest bro on that stage and make that lady eat her words. You wanted AFAB? Baby, this is also AFAB. So what you want? What you want? You could rhinestone the mustard stain, but still make it a mustard stain. Put some like Yellowstones on. That would be sickening. Go through with it. They can't deny you because you followed the rules.
The rules.
Work. Go off.
It kind of reminds me of that movie Bad Words a few years ago with Jason Bateman, who's an adult participating in the children's spelling bee because he finds a loophole in the rules. That's what first came to mind. To touch on your point, the glittery bandwagon, it's funny, but you know what? There's nothing funny about the trans fight. It is all in. This is a lighthearted moment, to be sure, and this is a wonderful example of resistance, but there's nothing glittery or fun. I think you're confusing trans with drag queens because they are a glittery bandwagon of fierceness. So good. And also, let's remember the dire situation in Italy at the moment. We're doing so many stories out of there these last few weeks because they have an elected minority, but still an elected fascist government. They are fascists. That's not hyperbole. It's not drawing a line. They are officially, they recognize themselves as a neo-fascist group, and they've been repealing back rights, gay rights, like an onion over the past few weeks. So it's something we take seriously. I'm so glad to see them doing this. I wish them all the best, and I really hope like all the contestants will go down to St. Peter's Square and take just a big group picture in front of the fountain, because that would be the image that I think could go. That would be like the Ellen at the Oscars image, that would just go around the world in a heartbeat.
We are Queer News Tonight, the world's first and only live daily LGBTQ+ evening news show, brought to you from Happening Out Television Network. We operate in the same model of PBS and NPR, but for the LGBTQ plus community. We educate, inform, and entertain by supporting the 10 pillars of our LGBTQ plus community, with more than 100,000 a week watching us on Roku, Apple Television, and other channels. To keep the story going, we accept donations with 100% transparency. Stay updated and live authentically with Queer News Tonight.